All right, it's part two, and I want to pick up to where I left off. Ran out of space on my phone. I had so much crap on there. It's ridiculous. So I just went to my other phone. All right, I'm gonna pick up where I left off about my source materials, where I can back up my arguments. Okay, Dr. Helen Smith, Men on Strike, is a very good read, very good book, and it talks about men in the 21st century and what's really going on out here. These guys that are not getting married and that are not having children, um, maybe going overseas to find a mate, however misguided that you think it is. They're not in that case. They're not acting irrational. They're acting very rational because of the current environment that we live in this country. Um, it's like I discussed before. It's not a good idea to get married because of the laws are just too punitive to get married, or if you have a child with the wrong woman, and the wrong woman is becoming very more and more prevalent. And so, if you do that, you run the risk of losing everything, and in some cases, being homeless. We've seen men being homeless or get thrown in jail because they can't make these unreasonable child support payments. In some cases, some states alimony. Um, and if you don't do it, they'll throw you in jail. And who wants to do that? You have guys committing suicide behind this kind of stuff. So the best way to defend against this is just don't get married. Because if marriage is a legal contract with the state, it's not. It's not with that woman. The state is who you're marrying, and the state is who's going to hold the gun to your head, and either make you live up to your obligations or throw you in jail, or you're going to fuck your whole life up. Who wants to do that? You might as well just not get married and enjoy the sexual revolution. If it's not that hard to get sex. If you want to get sex, it's really not that. It's not that hard. I don't care what you look like. You can get it, even if you have to pay for it. I mean, I don't. I'm not. I don't care about paying for it. If you want to pay for it, it's fine. I don't necessarily do that here, not in these states. But if you don't, that's what you got to do. And whatever, it's safer than. Let me put it like this: it's safer than getting married. It's safer, especially when a woman can take your money and you be paying her, and she can have that select guy or that guy they got, that fucked half the neighborhood living with her. You think about this. You can walk in your house and catch your wife. In some states, you can walk in your house and catch your wife sucking a guy off. Once you catch her, she could pull it out and he could shoot all on her face. And with that nut on her face, she could say, "Now I'm gonna take you for everything you got," and she'll do it. That's what we're talking about here. Okay, so all right, now um, disintegration. Eugene Robinson explains a lot of what you see in the black community today. Um, Very good read. It's about black people. I don't know if you want to get into that, but it explains a lot, and I use a lot of it from my source material. And another source material is a guy that's a sociologist by the name of E. Franklin Frazier. He done a study on Brazil, which is Afro Brazilians, and that's where a lot of black guys go to now. They go to Brazil. They even got documentaries right here on YouTube about it. But E. Franklin Frazier did a study in the 1930s, I believe. It was a long time ago, but he talked about, and those black, those Brazilians down there. There's a lot of Afro Brazilians down there. There's percentage wise way more Afro Brazilians than came to the United States, and the reason why a lot of those black men go down there is because of the black phenotype there. There's a lot of black phenotype in Dominican Republic. And in Haiti, you get a lot of Haitians down there. So a lot of black men, they relate to that, the bodies and everything that's going on down there. But what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, a lot of black in Brazil. Um, the I think the national language is Portuguese. So That's the barrier there. The barrier is the language. If you can learn the language, you can get a upper tier woman. You can get a middle class woman. You can get a meaningful relationship if you can learn the language. That's the thing. Most guys ain't gonna do that. Most guys don't have the time to do that. But you have to learn the language. If you learn the language, that opens up the doors. That opens up the doors to getting what you want. I ain't saying it's gonna, be 100%, but you have a much better chance if you learn the language and the culture of that country. Much better chance of getting a meaningful relationship. Are there women out there willing to sell their bodies? Yes, because we're talking about poor countries. I don't know if Brazil is considered a third world country, but I know Dominican Republic, Colombia, Mexico, parts of Mexico. I've been to Tijuana. I've been to all those places. I was in the military. And, I saw the different things that you're talking about there. So, yeah. My thing is, I try to understand why these guys are doing it. I get it. I understand. I know exactly why they keep doing it and what's going on down there. Because, and this brings me to my next point, that I put down here. In America, now this is a hard one. This is going to be a tough one because some people are going to say, "Oh, I see attractive women all the time." There's a looks deficit in America, and that go back to what I talked about before about the weight issues that we have now. We have fat acceptance movements. Most guys ain't trying to hear that. They ain't trying to hear that. We have fat acceptance movements, slut walks. Women that are intentionally being sluts. We have all this stuff going on right here in America, and you're telling me that the sluts you look down at the sluts over there, but you don't look down at the sluts over here. We have slut culture here. Okay, we have slut culture here. So I would go so far as to say that I got more respect for, the women that's go ahead, get paid, pay me, and I'll do this, whatever. You get your short term, whatever with a, attractive or semi-attractive looking woman, go ahead and do it. Up here we have slut culture. Women that are out here slutting it up for free. They're out here fun fucking for nothing. You know what I'm saying? So, and they still get wifed up, in some cases, if she looks good. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying, I agree with you. Should it be that way? No, I'm not saying that it should be that way, but it is what it is. That's the way it is. A lot of people will look over a lot of bullshit because the woman is attractive. Look at Cardi B. Look at all these rapper women that do all kind of fucked up shit. All kinds of fucked up shit. But because they got big asses, light skin, exotic looking, they get a pass. These women are fucking on camera, slutting it up. Kim Can having sex with, different men on camera. She still can get married because why? Because she is attractive. Am I saying it's right? No, I'm not saying it's right. I'm saying it's what it is. Most guys say, screw it. She's attractive. Kanye West married Kim Kardashian after she had sex with multiple, and she openly whored it out and had a sex tape. And she still married a very successful man named Kanye West. Whose fault is that? Kanye West. The men, that's why I say I agree with you when we're saying we're putting the lookism and we're putting women on pedestals. I'm not saying it's right. I'm saying that's what needs to happen. Now, that's another discussion. How can we get men to stop doing that? Ain't enough men. It's not enough men that won't stop doing that to bring these women in line. It's just not. Okay? It's just not. And there's many examples of this. It's not just Kanye West. There's many examples of this, of men doing this, of men, getting with women that have displayed crazy ass behavior, So, yeah, I want to talk about that. And I think this one is my last point. All right. I said, you talk about status at the 43, 47 mark. All right. I think, You were talking about that I give women a pass. See, don't bring them back because those women will adapt. Okay. I think you were talking about at the 43, 47 mark, you were talking about me giving women a pass. I never said I gave women a pass. I never said I gave them a pass for being beautiful. I never said that. I said that men do. I don't, but other men do. They do give them a pass, and I stand by that. You can't. The reason why I say it's not a good idea to bring. There's many reasons that you should. Like if you go down there and you bring women, and I've seen this. I've seen guys bring women back here from other countries, and it doesn't matter if it's a Latin American country, Philippines, Thailand. If you bring one of those women back, you run a very, 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 very high risk of women leaving you, and there's legal ramifications to that. If that woman leaves you, let's say this. Let's say if you went to the Dominican, let's say if you went to Colombia, right? And you married a woman from over there and you brought her back over here. And in 2 years, she left you and she fell on hard times. And you brought her back over here all the legal way and everything, and she fell on hard times and she had to go on welfare. Guess who the state's going to come after for that welfare money? You. You're going to be responsible for that. So, no, it's not a good idea to bring those women back over here. I'll never tell a man to bring a woman back over here. Maybe short term. I think they got like a 90-day visa or something. You could, if you just got to do it that bad, you can bring her over here. But why would you run the risk of doing that? She still can run away. Then you're still responsible. So, no. If you're going to do something like that, I stand by that you need to do that in that country. The worst, at best, the best case scenario is she'll just adapt to American way of thinking, which more than likely that's what's going to happen. This is the best case scenario, and she'll just leave you. She'll just go to the next thirsty simp that'll be willing to do more than you are. She's gonna drop her social norms because there's nobody gonna be there to check and balance her. She's going to drop her social norms from her country, and she's going to adopt the Cardi B's, the Nicki Minaj, flapping her booty in the club, doing something strange for a piece of change, or whatever, or women have hypergamous nature. She'll go up to the next man, or whatever like that. She could do that. So, women would adopt the American woman philosophy and leave your ass, which, creates another set of problems. Okay, see, it's just, in summary, I stand by that. You cannot bring those women over here, okay? A lot of men do it for beauty. I'm not saying it's right. I wouldn't do it. I'm not saying that that's right. I'm not saying that they should do it. I'm just calling it what it is. I'm just saying what it is. Men are desperate. Yes, American men are desperate. There are legitimate reasons for it. There are illegitimate reasons for it. There are certainly legitimate reasons for it. There just is. And one of my reasons is that there's a looks deficit here. It just is. In the countries that we're talking about, those countries that I named in South America, those are patriarchal. Those are patriarchal countries. That's why you brought up another point, and I just thought about it. You talked about men act differently there. They're much more calm and serene. As with here, men are much more competitive. That's it's true because of, to me, one of the reasons is there's a looks deficit here. Women in those countries know to keep themselves looking feminine. There's becoming a feminine looks deficit here. Okay, that's why you got guys competing over the not very few, but few for this country. If you go to those countries, I see way more feminine looking women. Femininity counts too. It matters too. As with over here, you have a lot of women trying to do masculine things. You have women over here trying to fight men. Fighting in MMA matches. We just got into a debate about this, fighting and trying to fight men. One woman got her skull broke, jumped in the ring and fought a transgender dude. Got her skull broke. We got that going on over here. As with over there in that country, those women don't do that kind of stuff, man. Those women don't, you know, those women don't do that. You know, the number one soccer, we have women's soccer over here. They're number one in the world. Men's soccer, we don't even rank. Men's soccer players over here in the world, we don't rank. Why is that? Because women over here want to do masculine things. I hate to say that. I hate to say it because I think anybody should be to play sport or whatever like that. I'm just making a point that women over here try their best to do masculine things, and over there it's more femininity. Now you can say it's because it's a poor country. It's a poor country, and people have to play those roles. That would be true. I would agree. I would agree with that. It's a poor country. Those women have to do that. They had to play traditional roles. As with in this country, men in this country have made it so comfortable for women that they can do whatever they want. They can have feminine when they want to. They can do this, do that, do it. They can do that. As within those countries, no, it's socially unacceptable to not be a mother to your child. It's socially unacceptable not to be a feminine companion to your man, not to have wifely duties. So that's what those guys are attracted to down there. Even if it's short term, even if they're going down there and they're only doing it for a short amount of time, even if they're paying that woman, whatever. If they're paying, to me, so what? It's Briefolk's law. Briefolk's law. Briefolk's law is just saying all transactions with women are just that, transactions. They're gonna get something from you in order for you to receive that from, to be even associate with them. They want something from you, and if they can't derive that from you, they won't even talk to you. Okay, so I'm gonna end it right there, buddy. That's my analysis of it. You can give me your group on it. I'm gonna do a crow video. Yeah, we got a bye this week, so it's not gonna be that bad. I'm just gonna play a song or something because we suck right now. We just losers, but hey, it's what it is. You can hit me back, address my points, and anybody else that wants to address my point, that's fine too. I know I went a little long, so I knew it was gonna be long because I had like 10 points to address. So, Shaolin Fantastic, I'm out of here, guys. All right.